Thank you for connecting with me. I can't even imagine what you're going through right now.
Yeah,
It's a bit unexplainable.
yeah.
I feel like unimaginable is the only word that comes to mind every time I think of it, that it's just something that is out of the realms of imagination.
And like until now, we're not realizing what happened. Like,
Right.
We're just
And I've been telling your story, Maria, to so many people that when we met a few weeks ago and we were talking about the danger of traveling because of the pandemic, not even thinking of something like this could even happen, right?
yeah, exactly. Like we were very concerned about COVID and like how we're gonna get to Lebanon like with COVID and everything, and then like this happens and like now we don't even know what COVID means. Like we're in a different
It's something
world.
that you can't even see it in your worst moment. You cannot even imagine it.
Yeah.
Even it's not in your nightmares. Like
It doesn't belong in your imagination. It's something that doesn't even belong there.
3 seconds. 3 seconds, literally, nothing left.
Wow.
Forget about the material, the people.
Yeah.
I've seen war. I'm 51 years old. I've lived all my life during war. I fought. I was in Red Cross. But this, unimaginable.
Wow.
And like she was there. She was at the restaurant. Thank God I wasn't there, but she was.
Thank God she wasn't. I wasn't there. I spoke with her like 2 hours ago. She said, I'm not in Beirut. I said, one thing, because otherwise I would have run to her house, because her house is just near Mayrig. I mean, like, I was at the office. I have my office, Mayrig, my house.
And the port.
So let's.
And the port here. So,
yeah, I was just looking on Google Maps right before this call to see in relation. I mean, you're directly across from the port, it seems like, when I look at the map. So close.
Let me explain. The port, highway, us.
Exactly. That's how it looked like on the map. So maybe, Aline John, you can give some background on Mayrig, your involvement, which of course you're the mastermind behind it, and what happened during, the last 5-6 days.
Okay. Mayrig is my father's dream. So to have a restaurant to show the world about our cuisine. And when I lost my father, I was 17 years old. I vowed to myself to realize his dream. In 2003, I opened Mayrig at the heart of Beirut, the location where, when the war was ended, it was a no man's land. The location of Mayrig was next to the heart of Lebanon, next to the heart of Beirut, but it was the war place. I mean, like, no, it was no man's land. So when we used to explain where is Mayrig, we used to tell, where is the war, where you cannot cross it anymore, this is it, at the border of the Christian-Muslim division.
Mm-hmm.
So like this started Mayrig, and it was quite success. I'm very happy that I managed to give the world about Armenian cuisine, about the richness of Armenian cuisine. I thought that my dream was done, like I realized my father's dream and finished. I didn't know that by doing that I'm putting on myself a bigger responsibility. I became the Armenian food ambassador whether I want it or not. It's not a choice. It was like given to you. I was a reference. So for me, it was very important that to keep the Armenian culinary heritage up to the standard where people want to talk about it, want to come back. So anyone who opens an Armenian restaurant, everybody tells me, you're not pissed that someone else is opening. I said, no, they're like helping me realizing my dream to spread the Armenian culture. So every time I see something not good enough, I give them my book. I tell them, please, I'm ready to train your chef, but do not harm the Armenian culture. Do not harm our richness. So
Right.
for me, it's very important to spread it. And Mayrig Beirut, the one that got blasted, it's where everything started. My employees are 18 years old. I mean, like 18 years old in Mayrig. We
Right.
started.
They've been working there for 18 years.
We started as, I never opened. I'm a finance background. I'm an insurance as a background. I'm not a restaurateur. I learned that I'm a passionate cook. I learned how to run a restaurant by, bits and pieces, by fault
Sure.
and right, and by experience. So the atmosphere is very familiar. Anyone who got hurt, it's my baby. It's very. I'm very attached to my team, and they are ready to give anything for Mayrig. And if you see how we were bounded helping each other, and maybe this is why also God help us, we don't have any death. We have a lot of injuries, but thank God yesterday.
Is your ear injured that I'm seeing from the blast?
I lost my right ear.
Wow.
I have a coat. I have two coats broken. I have my leg that is مش مكسور.
Fractured.
Fractured. So
wow.
I'm the least touched, by the way. We had a management meeting at the office. My office is above Mayrig, which is right in front of it. I came out to take a photo of what's going on.
Of the fire.
Yeah, and everybody told me it was the first small fire.
The smoke, yeah.
So I run from my office, I run to the terrace. And I was there filming, and my team was telling me, come here, you will have something now, we don't need you to play with you, come on inside. And I was filming, and when the big bomb came.
Wow.
So my team in the office were all hurt.
Did you have any realization during that time what happened? Did it even hit you what happened?
No, I just came down like this. The blast went out. I was not hearing, and everything was,
Yeah.
I didn't see what was going around. I came in. There is a second that I don't remember. And then I remember I was working, I find my financial controller who was in blood, and he was having a lot of blood going
bleeding.
Out and bleedings. So I gave a first aid. I hold his hand and his neck. I closed his eyes and I started to talk to him, and I was trying to bring him down. We are at third floor. Unfortunately, our stairs are not like the state protected. It's forbidden to put anything. We don't have emergency stairs. The stairs were full of false ceiling.
Wow.
It was very difficult to go down. And one of my team helped me to bring him down. It took us around 45 minutes to bring him down. And while going down, I was telling everyone, call the ambulance. And like, what? Call the ambulance, I was hearing in the building, everybody's calling for help, and you take decision, which one is priority, which one is not. Whether you want it or not, you cannot do. And there are moments that you cannot anymore. You're tired, you're bleeding.
Of course, and you were injured as well.
Yeah, and you want to give up, and then something comes into you and you say, no, you cannot give up.
Wow.
And when we arrived down and I saw what is going around, there is no road, there is no cars, there is nothing. Everybody's bleeding outside. You're walking through a lot of
glass, destruction. Yeah. Could you figure out at that point where you should even walk towards? I mean, were you oriented enough to know what to do?
Wrong, because for us, there is next to us a hospital. I mean, like a 15-minute walk, there is a hospital, a big hospital. So we were walking towards that hospital. I didn't realize that all the surrounding were gone.
Right.
Even the hospital was gone. For you, when you are in such a position in a hospital, it's safe. You know, like,
of course, yeah.
Ambulance should come. A hospital, it's safe.
Wow.
But, which is not the case. We had to find a motorcycle and put my financial control on the motorcycle and send it to the hospital and come and help the others. We had a lot of, we had 25 injuries. Some of the small ones were helping the big ones. We had 4 critical cases, and now everyone from the ICU came out. We still have our financial controller, his eyes, which are really damaged.
Wow.
I don't know how much we can save of them. We don't know. We're not talking about the loss of there's nothing anymore, you know, nothing.
Nothing.
The computer is shredded.
Wow. All those, the whole livelihood there is just gone. And like you said, 3 seconds.
You go down thinking that you will take your car and take them to the hospital. There's no car. The car was a hamburger. You know,
wow.
like, and I said, now when I go down, my rig team will help me. You know, like you go down and my rig team is on the floor. Everybody's crying for help. And like, which one can you do?
Yeah.
I don't know how I had this courage, this force,
strength. Yeah.
Strength to carry a 90-kilogram person down 3 stairs while you are broken.
And during this time, Maria, you knew Aline was at Mayrig. What was the family thinking at this time? Were you able to even find her? How long did it take?
It took us a lot, like 40 minutes.
My phone got, I don't know.
Blown away.
So when I was working on Julien, his phone started to ring. And I was touching his body and I found it in his backpack, his phone.
Mm-hmm.
And my partner's number was there. So I opened the phone, I said, I'm okay, Julien is not good, I'm working on it, please tell all my family. I don't know where is my phone, so just inform them that I'm good. And this was, I think, also helped them to calm down because it was chaotic. And for me, knowing Maria was not there and my partner was not at home, and that also calmed me down because if I knew Maria or my partner was at home, I had to run. So I had to make a more difficult decision. Which one is prior to which?
Right.
You know,
right.
It's in front of you, or you have to run to save the other one.
And Maria, you weren't in Beirut at that time?
No, I wasn't.
Wow.
I wasn't.
Yeah, we were lucky.
Yeah, we were.
Her house is
blown.
Blown also.
No house. Like the day before, I was at the house and like working from home, and like I decided the second day not to be home.
Wow. So, and where are you today? Where are you recording now from? From your home?
Now?
Right now you're in your home?
House in the mountain.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We're all there.
And so maybe, Maria, I wanted to kind of tell our listeners and have them understand that the situation before the blast economically was extremely difficult. And maybe you can talk about the purpose of your trip, even why you went to Beirut, to paint the picture of so people know how difficult the economy was before this issue and how much more it is now, right? I think many people don't understand that.
Yeah, and remember I was telling you that I wanted to go to Beirut because I feel that I need to go and like head and like, I don't know, like with whatever I have just because of the inflation and like everything and like we were having like, which is now basic for us, which is very like, it's nothing, like the inflation is like nothing compared to what we have now.
Right.
You know, it's like just.
How are people dealing with, I mean, I know there's a lot of protests going on. I know there's limited resources from healthcare, government, homelessness because of all the we have there's certain programs we're working on with friends and family here for sending, you know, medical supplies and those kinds of relief. Would you say there's something that's missing from the relief effort from diaspora that we can also encourage?
Look, I am into business, and I know that everyone is in deep shit. Sorry for this word.
Everybody, what? I didn't hear that.
Everyone is in
Deep shit.
Deep shit, yeah.
Due to COVID, due to this, everything is really, everybody is in difficulties. A lot of people lost their job, a lot of people are on unpaid leaves and everything. I cannot, what the diaspora is doing, they're like, whoever can, they're like helping in our funds. We've done a fund, crowdfunding for Mayrig, and Mayrig, it's not for Mayrig as rebuilding Mayrig. No, it's Mayrig for the team of the Mayrig. It's for their houses, for the hospitalization, because thank God till now the government did not move. Not a single governmental people are on the floor. The army didn't open the road. It's only the volunteers. If you see this in the whole world, you see the rescue team, the whole government is awake. Here you see all volunteers coming to help the others. You don't see any structured help.
Yeah.
Now Red Cross and all the NGOs are working. They are doing their tents. Today they were putting some water. There is more than 150,000 family without home.
Wow.
And location is the heart of Beirut, where you have a majority of Armenians. One of my street is called Armenia Street.
Wow.
That much there is Armenian. Okay.
Of course.
I mean, like, my building is full of Armenian. My neighbors are all Armenian. I'm like, I live in 7th floor building. There's 35 apartments, like 4 apartments in each floor, and yeah, all Armenians.
A lot of stores, even.
All the stores, anything you don't find. You know, you have Burchamut, which is the core of the Armenian, and
Sure.
the extension of which is Armenia Street, Marmakhail, and Maiza Ashrafiyya. All the streets are Armenian. Anyone who wants to buy something artisanal or something comes to here, because here are
Armenian merchants.
So these
So
are really
the GoFundMe for Mayrig, how, and I'm only saying this because I want donors to know how the funds are coming. Is GoFundMe set up in a way that there's been reports that the banks are not distributing money to, sorry, you guys froze, let me see. Okay, the banks aren't distributing money to people on the ground in Beirut. How is the money going to flow directly into your hands, your staff's hands? Do we need to do any other precautions, or going through GoFundMe is a secure way?
Going to GoFundMe is a secured way, because we spoke with the bank. Anything coming fresh from outside, they will give us. So
any fresh dollar coming from outside.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Retrieve it as dollars, but like
Okay.
everything in the country you can't.
Okay, great.
Because what we've done, we have the other restaurant, Bachik, which is a little bit far. Bachik is 2-story restaurant. So the upper level, we've done all emergency housing for our employees, the one that doesn't have. My mom's house, we have 2 family in my mom's house in yes. And the rest of the restaurant, we've turned into an emergency kitchen. We're working through different Armenian churches, different Armenian NGOs, and we're cooking for them. So the team that is not hurt,
wow,
is working to feed. Yeah, we are also connecting with the World Kitchen, World Chef, World Kitchen.
World Kitchens, yeah.
So that we are also cooking for them. So yesterday we cooked 500 meals. Today we cooked 1,500 meals Tomorrow we're cooking 2,000, 1,000 hot meal, 1,000 sandwiches and salads. So,
And the resources for that, going through the GoFundMe will help, right, with the resources for that? Or should we also mention a different?
We're going to use this because honestly, rebuilding Mayrig, it's very important. But I need to first of all rebuild the people.
Of course.
Okay,
and the community.
Contractor, nothing left in Mayrig. There is the floor and the building, the kitchen equipment, everything, the wood and stuff. Nothing is left. So it's going to take time and a lot of money. So for me, the important is let me put a roof on the houses for the employees. The medical needs, because I have 2 persons that they're gonna be staying 6 months in the hospital minimum. If not in the house or in the
recovery in the in home. Yeah.
So, we've turned into different emergencies. So first we have the medical. Second, we have the housing of the employees. Third, we have to do the Mayrig kitchen and Mayrig terrace without doing inside, because inside is going to take a lot of time. If we can manage to open this so that we operate the kitchen, so we can help from the core of also to cook from there. Third, we are doing the emergency kitchen. As I said, we have a lot of Armenian people, a lot of Armenian old people, because the location is the old Beirut. So you have the old people that their kids are not here, like everything is gone. They're not understanding what happened.
Yeah.
So we're not realizing. I lost everything. I'm like, we're not realizing yet where we are. And a kind of therapy is giving. When you fill your time, you're not thinking, you're not re-seeing what happened, and while giving, you're cleaning yourself. It's a therapy. It's healing.
Yeah. I mean, I think what you said in the beginning of the conversation that just struck me to my core is your whole life you've seen war, you've been in the Red Cross, you've seen hard things, and this was just unimaginable compared to everything that you've seen in your own life or the elders have seen in their lives. And I think the world looking in, we see these horrific videos and what's going on, but to hear it firsthand from, you've built your life, your community, your city, your culture, you've risen all of these things up, and in a matter of 3 seconds, it's just not realizing it's gone is, it's just unimaginable. And Maria, I wanted to ask you, your husband is currently in Glendale still, right? How's his experience been just being so far away? I'm sure he's like having a really hard time with this, being so distant.
Yeah, he is. Like I feel it, because like I was just telling her, imagine I was there and like it happened. Like, it's not that I wanted to be here and I didn't want this to happen, but like I would have gone crazy.
He's been calling billion times per day, and you get nervous because he's nervous because he wants to know what's going on. You are nervous because you don't want to talk on the phone. And at the end, he says, "I'm coming." I said, "Coming where?" I'm coming to do something. Coming where?
Yeah. So Maria, maybe I can connect with him on this video. So I would like to spread the word on the GoFundMe as much as I can. Or if you would be comfortable with, if we can at some point maybe put it on Armenian television here, and as much as we can spread the word. I know you disclosed a lot of your personal experience with the blast, but I think it's powerful for the Armenian diaspora here to see, what your family, what your staff, what the community is going through, and for them to contribute as much as they can to help. I think other than helping through the fund, we feel so helpless. We feel like we don't know how else to help, but if there's other ways, please let us know. if there's other ways to support, if we need to contact somewhere, if we need to get a certain supply that is not coming through. You know, I have a good network. I know people who have great networks here. We want to do all we can to get those things to you.
Thank you. We'll tell you, but right now the thing is, right now we need to put shelter. There are buildings that we cannot go in it. The structure is destroyed.
Not stable, yeah.
Not safe at all. No way they can, someone can bring glass now. The glasses, no way. So we're closing it with anything we're seeing. We can, because today, no glasses in Beirut for 7 kilometers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, if you have all the industries in the world, if they're working for the glasses of Lebanon, you know, like they have worked for 5 years. It's impossible. There's the frame, the glass, there is nothing. Okay, this is basics.
Wow.
So right now we're just concentrating on this.
Food, medical, and shelter.
Yes. First is medical. Second is the shelter. Third is ongoing business, because their income is from here. You stop here, you cannot give income. You stop the income, they cannot continue living. So it's a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
You know, I have to think of doing something emergency, but I have to build so that I can continue their life cycle. Already, they are suffering with the inflation. I'm telling they, because the blue label is the most suffered, okay? I am suffered already because I don't know, you know, within the industry, within the inflation, we already didn't know how to do business, because you're buying something at a price, after 5 minutes, it's doubled the price because of the inflation. So at what price you sell? So you had this already, which has been going on. Then you had the COVID. You had the revolution, then the inflation, then the COVID, then the inflation, and then this blast. Hello?
How much can
Yeah.
Hello?
Somebody I heard said, you know, the Lebanese don't live to live, they live to survive. And it's you know, one thing happens, you come down, you reverse so much of what you've built. Just one thing happens. Maybe the pandemic closes your restaurant, maybe. But like you said, you have the inflation, you have the pandemic, you have the government issues, you have this, I mean, it's just, it's how much can a human being take? And Aline, I know this is the first time we're meeting, but I can feel your strength through how you speak. I mean, you're very well spoken. You're clearly a fantastic businesswoman who cares about her team. When I first met Maria, and I asked her about why she loves to cook and give me a little bit of information, the first thing she spoke was about you and the restaurant and how you've been a role model for her. And one day she would love to carry that torch into Los Angeles and have a presence for Mayrig here. And now I know what she's talking about. I think, you know, you're a blessing for your staff. And if we can help be a blessing for them too, I'm going to try my best to do all we can to help in any way to just make it a little bit better. I know it's hard to make anything much better, but I know at this point, like you said, you're taking it day by day and just being preoccupied with helping. And if we can make that process at least a little bit better, I'm committed to doing that. So thank you for meeting with me, and thank you for sharing your story. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Aline Jan. Thank you, Maria. God bless.